私のパラシュートを見たことがありますか?
EP is impossible if you don't have any of the dolls. Fact or myth? Per usual, I'm going to assume everyone has Persica and Croc raised, and unfortunately, I've raised pretty much every doll for EP on my main account. So to demonstrate a low-level clear, I will be using my account on the Taiwan server. Please do not ban me for this. Without further ado, let us begin. Always start with the 40% score bonus. The final score is calculated from the base score times the advanced protocol bonus, 1.5, then multiplied by 1 plus the score bonus. And you should be getting a base score of 1.6 to 1.8k with a little bit of luck. That means we only need 40 to 50% score bonus to hit the 3.5k needed for full rewards. Now, onto functions. How do you evaluate them? Here I've grabbed all warriors, so I'll be ignoring sniper and specialist sets for this run. It's always nice to have stat sticks on the bench, but unlike Black Hole, EP rarely gives useful tiles, so it's not a deal breaker. To start, I like to separate functions into 4 different types: the always useful, the useful alone, the useful with sets, and the always useless. The best example for useful alone is Crisis Management. It's absolutely bonkers and guaranteed to come in gold, meaning you don't have to sacrifice precious function set slots, you don't have to collect the whole set, and it's also 30 points to your base score. Always useful, we have Speedy Aid. This one is irreplaceable if you're going for maximum difficulty, since there's a protocol that stops skill pre-charge at the start of battle. Other functions are useless without their set bonuses. Frozen Shot is one of those. But if you've done Vulnerability Check 4, then you already know Frozen Shot is one of the best hash rate function sets there are. Finally, we have functions like Damage Amplifier that do nothing with or without their whole set. I know warriors have decent hash rate, but it just feels so very underwhelming. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Of course, outside of EP, you'll also have to evaluate game per rarity increase. Like Frozen, every 1 attack instead of 2 attack is worth a lot more than 3% extra hash rate. Anyway, that doesn't matter here because you always want to max the rarity for the score. Comment down below if you want a whole guide on functions and nothing but functions. At this point, some of you might be thinking, I already know all of this. Okay, well, let me tell you, the second reason you're not getting the scores you want is the map. Pause and describe the optimal map layout. Okay, layer 1 has to be front-loaded with purple. It's like being born rich, with money in your bank account, gaining interest without you having to do anything. You also want little to no anomalies because they don't give you any coins, and you don't need 2 random functions. Layer 2. You want as many anomalies as possible, because unlike layer 1, they're guaranteed to be +1 function slots, and each and every one of those are potentially 30 points to your base score. Needless to say, take every elevator you get, pass through every purple node you can, and grab a support unit because they really help out. Layer 3. You want enough purple nodes to guarantee 3 active functions by the end of your run to max out your base score. Ideally, you get yourself a function node towards the end, which allows you to go over the function limit to trigger the discard menu with the option to buy extra function slots for 195 coins each. But if you're aiming for a 7k score, I don't know why you're still watching this video, but the trick is to not ever refresh the shop. You want to save enough money to buy 2 to 3 extra function slots on the final layer. For everyone else, from my experience, layer 1 really determines your entire run, because the more anomalies you get on layer 1, the less you get on layer 2. The more purple you get on layer 1, the less you get on layer 3. So, not all runs are born equal, and sometimes the key to getting a good score is resetting when you see a bad map. You've reset the map 5 times, you finally found one with a good pathing, it's looking all sunshine and daisies. Now, when to buy and what to buy from the shop. Ideally, you save enough money till you hit 250, but this is a no-dull guide. You're not always going to be able to clear layer 1 functionless. Spending 5 coins here and there amounts to maybe 10 coins in interest by the end of layer 1. Compared to the 5-6 times that if you don't have any purple nodes at the start. I'm not telling you to refresh the shop, nor am I saying buy any function you see. Don't do that. I'm saying buy strong functions that don't require set bonuses or rarity if you see them. And buy functions that you know you want for that final boss fight. Just trying to cover my bases, but I'm sure you all know. Sell your active functions on layer 1 for the money. They're worth a lot of points, but you can't hold more than 3, and you should be able to get more on the final layer. If, and only if, you've already tried that season of EP, and you really struggled, then I think it's fine to save the good outs, like Nanaka's out, and sell the bad ones. It's better than scrapping a full run due to greed. You want combat tips? Well, this is an EP guide, not a hand-holding guide. I should not have to say this, but you have huge influence over the outcome, regardless of what some people believe. Observe how positioning, choosing and timing ults and skills can turn a $5 team wipe into a flawless victory. Here I swapped Croc with Racy to kill the cockroach. I put Betty on the spider tile and teleported her so that she could maximize her AoE stun. Then I timed the Racy ult to avoid the Trojan tower. These are all very small micro adjustments you can do to improve your chances of success. Talking about greed, I got cocky and picked all the negative protocols on layer 3 because it had been so easy. In the end, I had to reset the layer and dial it back to clear it. Still managed to get a 4.6k, which I am quite happy with given my theme of free units, right? So, in conclusion, Myth busted. EP is easy with the free 3-star units provided. Didn't even need to rely on meta picks. Anyhow, I hope you found this useful. Let me know down below if you want a comprehensive guide on all the bosses, if you want an explanation of the negative protocols for the max EP score, or even a general EP tier list for the dolls. I'll try to prioritize the ones with the most demand.